D Wade. His fans are upset right now. He did a little sit down with his kid, Zaya Wade, and you know, he could be seen with his nails being painted. Check out this video, man.
This conversation is not the entire conversation with us. This is 10% of our relationship. Right. We have regular, just conversation about anything.
Yeah.
Chicken fingers, French fries. Like,
remember our conversation on mustard?
Yeah, mustard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to think that every time that Zaya and I sit down and have, you know, this daddy-daughter time, and I tell you guys all the time, I always create moments with my village, for my people, right? Especially my kids. I'm going to find these moments to create with them. I date them all the time. And so I find these little small moments to date my kids, but that's the moments when you get a chance to get to know them. And then they get a chance to get to know you outside of, you know, the father figure and the child figure that's in the home, right? And so when we get out of the home, we get in the car, we go to restaurants, we go to different places, we go to parks, the shield's off. And now we're just two people trying to get to know each other.
Who's interviewing him? Who's doing the interview?
I think this is like D Wade's actual pod.
Who's the person? Who was the broad?
You talking about the person? Oh, let me see. Watch it again.
The one with the hair or whatever.
That's D Wade's kid.
Who's that? Who's the girl, homie? Who's this?
My shit's jumping around a little bit. Let me see.
Who's this right here?
Let me see. With the hair?
With the hair.
Is D Wade? Ain't D Wade kid, baby? Jump in, baby. You talk, we can't hear you. It's D Wade kid.
Wait.
Yeah, it's the kid. I'm confused. With the curly hair, with the glasses, that's D Wade's kid.
That right there?
With the curly hair and the glasses, that's D Wade's kid.
That's D Wade's kid.
That's Zaya.
That's what?
Zaya.
Okay, timeout. I'm fucking lost right now.
Oh my god, homie.
I really am. So hold on. He said daddy-daughter time. I'm confused. What is this?
Put me in a bad spot, Jason. This is D Wade's kid, right? This is his kid. This is D Wade's kid who has transitioned from a young boy to a young lady. So this is his daughter, Zaya.
So it is a boy born.
Yes. Born, yes.
I had no idea that this was it on the interview. I had no idea. Because he said daddy-daughter time.
Right.
With his nails painted. So Dwyane Wade had his nails painted on the camera, and he says daddy-daughter time through me. So I did not know that this is a little boy here. So his name was Zion. Zion.
I don't remember what the original name was.
And then changed it to Zaya. Is that what I'm hearing or no? I get your mumbling, but I don't understand. I don't get it. Zaire is the name. Was that the real name? Zaire? I don't want to take their word for it in the chat, but is that? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't get it. I think this is like to me, if I'm the real shit, I would arrest Dwyane Wade. Like I'm arresting you. Like I don't understand this. Like I don't really get it. And then you're promoting it and you're grooming it for other folks. You're grooming the youngsters out there. I'm confused as a motherfucker, homie. I really am. I'm so confused right now that this man is promoting this shit with nails painted as a grown man with a beard on, knowing we know this guy as being a freak of nature on the court, and now we know him to be a freak off the court. This is unbelievable, Dwyane Wade. A lot of people looked up to you, homie. I don't get it. Like if your boy changes to a girl, and nothing you can do about it, it is what it is. Like if it happened to me or Smitty or whoever, we got to accept it in a way, but I'm not promoting it, and I'm definitely not telling anybody about it. And I'm just not. And
no, I'm glad we're having this conversation now. So now we're having like a nuanced conversation. This is great.
And
so
I'm not having this.
No. To your point, though, I'm glad you brought this up because I try to put myself in like a superstar, famous person's shoes, right? So like, because D-Wade's talked about this before on other platforms where he says like he admits he's like when the shit first happened, like it was like tough for me. I didn't understand it. It was like it was hard for me to really, you know, I'm from Chicago. Like this was tough for me to really fully understand it. But he said at the end of the day, though, this is still my kid, regardless. This is my kid. Whether I like it, love it, understand it, this is my kid. So if I want to have a relationship with my kid, I had no choice but to try to understand it and learn about the community or whatever the case may be, to your point. So he can't hide it. He's Dwyane Wade. He's married to Gabrielle Union. Like they're very popular. So there's no hiding your kid. The world's going to know. So you got to think from D-Wade's standpoint, okay, he could come out and go against it and then lose the relationship with his kid and then look bad in the from standpoint of brand and money dollars, or you sit back and you say, all right, I don't fully understand it, but let me try to understand it because you are my kid and I do love my kid, and go the route that he's going. So I think that's the right he's going. Because to your point, JB, like I highly doubt my future kids will do this because I just know what type of parent I'm going to be actively in their life and stuff like that. But in the event that this what's to happen, it's like you got two choices. Like you got either A, say fuck the kid and just burn, like forget the relationship and not spend no time with them, never be around them, or B, I guess adapt or adjust to it, whether you like it or not. Like to me, that's the only. It's a very tough predicament to be in. To me, as a parent. Now my main pushback though is the transition happening at a young age. Me as a parent, I wouldn't allow that at a young age. Now, if you turn 17, 18 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you kind of like you're an adult technically, you're grown. I can't really control that. But kids their brains haven't fully developed at 12, 11, 13. I don't think it should even be allowed to allow a kid at that age to make such a big decision at that age. That's my bigger point, I would say. So,
Josh, what do you mean? I don't ever take it personal. What do you mean? No. Would you
not to get too personal, JB, but would you be like how you are with your daughter? Oh, meaning like, would you just not like basically talk like fuck with them basically, like or talk to them type shit?
Oh. Like, yeah, I don't
but context matters with JB too. But by the way, for clarity, it's not like I just want to defend you. Not that you need it, but it's a reason why you and your daughter are like this. And it's not like you just said, "Fuck it." Yeah.
But I'm saying it'd be worse probably, I guess. But she would go to a boy though, I guess, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's the issue I have. This starts off with the whole Don Staley going to the Knicks though. This is the macro side of this thing. Again, why we're allowing women into the men's space. This is why the men are being weakened. This is why I said it is a bigger thing than you thought to start the show. I think it's at a big macro level that we don't want to discuss. The macro part of this is Dwyane Wade's not the man that we thought he was on the basketball court. He's not a man. And the Bible says the man leads the household. You're a God-fearing man. The man supposed to be leading the household. This is clearly led by the woman who's a Holly weirdo that has allowed this.
I disagree.
No. All right, let me finish. She told Dwyane Wade,
"Yep,
hey, Dwyane, you ain't shit. I run this. Zaire is going to be Zaya, or whatever the fuck the name is. You're going to paint your nails too, Dwyane." What? Where is the man standing forward and saying, hold up, dog? You just said it, Smitty. My household's a little stronger than this. I don't see my kid doing this. You just said it for you.
Yeah, I want to add upon that in a second.
So how is this scenario different than your household? I know people are different. I'm saying if the man's going to lead the household and say hell to the motherfucking nah, then how are we allowing that this wife of his is controlling the narrative here? Because this baby changed when? As a youngster. That was pushed, homie. That was grooming 101. I don't tell me and sit up here and tell me it's rain when it's piss on my mouth in my face, homie. This ain't rain. You're lying to us. You're lying to us. 12 years old? 12 years old is the transition age? Get the fuck out of here, homie. This shit is demonic. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Don't tell me that this was accepted, homie. This wasn't fought. If you was fighting this as a household and as the father of what you say, and he's come out and said he's what? A God-fearing man. I've heard him before. You can't be. Can't be. It is an oxymoron take. Can't be. This is not a God-fearing man, right? With nails painted, homie. Talking about fucking my daughter day. Daddy daughter. Your daughter is a son, homie. And your wife threw this on you. Anyway, go ahead, Smitty. I don't know how you defend that, but go ahead.
No, not defending it. I want to add upon. So a few minutes ago, I said, again, I don't have no kids yet, but I highly doubt my kid will do this because of the way I see my household being. Reason why I say that is, and I said this before, because we talked about this topic before. D-Wade was playing. Gabrielle Union, who's the stepmom, by the way, is an actress. They're both not really that present in they were not as present in the kids' lives because their careers. D-Wade's traveling around the world, 82 games, doing his thing. Gabrielle Union's interviews, movie shows. So again, this is all a assumption. Let me say that. I don't know D-Wade personally. This is my assumption. My assumption is that they're not in the household that much, which means they're being raised by the internet, by TVs, by the nanny, whoever's watching them, by whatever these kids can get their hands involved in, and that leads to things that are not what you want to teach or not what you agree upon. I think when you're actively in your kids' lives as a father, as a mother, and you're there, certain things just ain't gonna happen. It just is what it is. I just think it's hard for these guys who are big time stars who are not actively there. We don't see this with the LeBron household, but it's different because even though LeBron's traveling around all the time, the wife is stay-at-home mom, and she's been taking care of the household, keeping it quiet, raising them 100%. In D-Wade's case, it's not the same. You got two parents who are both stars. We see this. Let's be real. We see the same thing with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. You got two parents who are both stars. When the parents are not in the household, chaos can happen in the household. Go ahead, Jackson.
What's the father's job?
You're the head. You're the head of the household.
So
what I'm saying in the NBA player's lifestyle, it's either A, leave the NBA and just be a parent, or B, be the breadwinner, and like you can't do both. Like it's just no way around it.
I think you're so far off.
You can't be home while I'm playing 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
So let me ask you something.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know who played longer in a professional sport than him?
Well, there's a ton of people you can name, of course.
No. I want to bring up a point.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers played 17 years in the NFL. He's got 10 kids.
What does his wife do?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does though. That actually matters. That's why I brought the LeBron example.
I was clear with my question. That's why I knew you were going to do this. I said, who is the head of the household? You said the father.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it have to do with what the wife does? You're the father. You're the head of the household, homie. Phillip Rivers had 10 kids. And they're all God-fearing, know who they are, what they are, and he played 17 years in the NFL.
Can I also jump in on this too?
First of all, you can have but don't matter what the wife does. Because he's the head of the household. As the Bible states that you said you're a Christian God-fearer.
Why you saying that?
I'm the leader of the household as the father. Phillip Rivers knew that and went in and said, I'm the dad, I'm the father, I'm the leader.
But the mother is the nurturer. The mother's the one who raises the kids too.
Exactly.
And the daddy sets the tone.
Thank you.
Yes, so what I'm saying is his wife is a regular person. She's not a superstar Hollywood.
Don't matter. Did Gabrielle Union fail the household then?
You can say that if you want to, but I'm saying one that's not her kid. Number one, let's keep that all the way. Number one.
Oh, she don't give a fuck about him.
She's a stepmama. Number one. Number two.
So then you're making my point.
She already had a career established. Like when they got together, she was already Gabrielle Union. I'm already D-Wade. I'm not gonna stop my career. So when I'm saying they're not at home, how you understand what I'm saying? They're not at home. You have no parent at home. Is what I'm trying to say. With Phillip Rivers, he the head household. He can tell the wife, "Hey, wife, this is what we need for our house. This is what I'm gonna get the money, boo, boo, boo," and she can help take the plan that they put together as a couple and lead the family that way because she's at home. She make that sacrifice of her being at home. She's a regular person. She's not a star. LeBron's wife, Savannah, was at home, taking care of the household. But when you got two stars, Jada Pinkett, Will Smith, D-Wade, Gabrielle Union, it's tough sometimes to control that full dynamic when both the parents are not at home. Both parents matter.
So hold on. So you proved my point. So then Dwyane Wade failed his own son. That's what you told me then. Because if Gabrielle Union is not the mother, then you're telling me that she could give a fuck less, and it's on you, Dad, to raise your motherfucking son right. And you failed again. The daddy again. And the daddy now listens to the mama in the household, who's clearly not the leader of, and allows this to happen. There's a problem, homie. Fundamental problem, bro. There's a fundamental issue here, and it doesn't matter about how busy they are. Because if you're telling me that your kids are not as important as your job, then you shouldn't have had your fucking kids. Let's be real. You shouldn't have had your motherfucking kids. I took my daughter from a disgruntled fucking mother and a shitbird-ass family with me at 6 months old and drove her across the country to Kansas to take the responsibility and hold the accountability of my daughter because it was my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, if you don't want the motherfucking kid, I'm taking her. So I raised her from 6 till she was about 4 years old. And guess what? Did it all by myself until they fucked with me and tried to grab her. Then they brainwashed her from that point on, and it is what it is. The rest of it's history. That's just really what it is. So the truth of the matter is I took the onus of I'm taking over and I'm going to take care of what I created. I created this kid, whether it was by design or not. Now it's too late. You ain't no putting that paste back in the tube, homie. So guess what? I took it. I took it with me, and the rest is history. So why is this any different? You are the father, homie. You are the father of the child you birthed, you had. And I'm trying to figure out why the accountability is being thrown out there as if it's not my accountability. Like I'm not accountable for my son. The mother is not the mother. Then guess what? You're the father at the end of the day, no matter what, homie, whoever the mother is. So I'm trying to figure out why we're passing the buck here on all this.
I'm with you. I guess my question is, I just think it's different. Listen, you're right. Parents, I always blame parents for the actions of the kids. I always do that. So I'm not disagreeing with that. I guess I'm just asking, and you use your own example of you being in college and doing what you did, and that's dope. I just wonder, and we'll never know, but like, let's say you made it to the NFL and had like a long career.
I did. That's the thing. I did, but I get scooped up, signed a deal. Then I go over to Europe. Then I went over to the Arena League. And so right during that period is when they took her from me in the court. The courts actually took her from me during that period.
Right. So like, if they didn't take her, I'm just curious of how you would have been able to maneuver through the NFL and all that stuff by taking care of the kid. I don't know if it's like
I would have had.
I don't know.
It would have been no different to me than college. I still traveled every weekend in college, didn't we? I still did all the shit I had to do during the week. I bet you had a lot of support with those college coaches and stuff like that. I bet you did. I know how college is. If I have money, Smitty, it's even easier.
No. Oh, well, so okay, so you would hire nannies and shit.
Of course, you have to.
So I guess that's back to what I'm saying. Like that's not really you being active though.
But yeah, it is. During the week, I'm with my daughter. It's just like in college. There's no difference. I go to school and practice. In the NFL, I just got practice.
But all right, football different than basketball too, though.
She'd be at the office with me, Smitty. She'd be at the facility with me. During the week, we're going to get ice cream, homie. We're going to the park, to the beach.
Well, basketball's 82 games, though. That's the difference between football. Like, you keep bringing up Phillip Rivers and saying it's 16-game season. All right, cool.
But it's still the months, Smitty. I still got winter conditioning and starts in January. You know how football's year-round sport. Football's year-round. I'm trying to be professional, too. It's a year-round. There ain't no off-season. Ain't no off days. So
in NFL, though, I can work out at my local, like, you know, it's different. It's not college where, like, we got to come together. Like, no, I'm going to work out down the street, go back home.
But
go back home in the NFL.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, in the NFL, it would have been even easier.